Well, Richard is a Liverpool fan. Jason is too. Let's speak to Richard. Hello.
How you doing? All right?
We're good, thank you. Let's react to the Europa League draw that has seen Liverpool draw Atalanta, Leverkusen draw West Ham United, Benfica, Marseille and Milan, Roma the other quarterfinals. What do you make of Liverpool's chances now?
Oh, come on, Sam. I think it's a case of just let's abandon the remaining games. Just give Liverpool the trophy now.
They were confident favourites, I think, as soon as they entered the competition, but they're even bigger favourites, I think, at this junction than they were beforehand.
And I'm not being funny, guys. With your expert pundits that sit alongside you, why are you having the conversation of a potential Liverpool-West Ham final? Are you okay, lad? Are you feeling all right?
Why do you suggest this?
What? So you realistically think West Ham have got a chance against Leverkusen over two legs?
Well, our German football expert who commentates on the Bundesliga games on a weekly basis thinks that it's a possibility.
Did you see them scrape past Karabakh last night? They needed 2 goals in stoppage time to avoid defeat and go through.
I did see that. Yeah, with respect, I did see that. But you know, West Ham, I think recently they're showing English supporters they're not consistent. They did get over the line easily last night, but a bit like Arsenal recently, last 3 games. They've not looked great, guys. So, for me, Liverpool are the only consistent side who are banging goals in.
Didn't Arsenal beat Liverpool recently, Richard? You sound very... I admire your bullishness. Yes?
Do you know what, Martin? That was a horrible game. And credit to Arsenal, yes, they did.
It was for you, it wasn't for us.
No, I know that. But look, Arsenal only just got over the line against Brentford. And let's be honest, Roma will feel disappointed. I know they played for penalties, but Arsenal were out on their feet.
OK, cheers, Richard. We appreciate that. Michael's a West Ham fan. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Sam. How you doing?
Good, thank you, mate. So, European quarter-final, another one. This time a trip to Germany. Another trip to Germany. I remember when we went to Eintracht Frankfurt all together not so long ago. What's going to happen this time?
Well, first, let's not mention about Frankfurt. You burst my bubble there, mate. Look, at the end of the day, I didn't expect us to get this far. I'm not going to get into the Moyes in, Moyes out side of it because that's for another day. Let's just bask in what we've got. At the end of the day, the one thing I would say is that we're very Jekyll and Hyde. We saw that last night. When the reins are off with West Ham, we can absolutely do what we do. And you look at Kudos. His best games for us so far this season have really been in Europe. A lot of them have been European games. For some reason, we tend to come alive in Europe. I think it's going to be a tough ask. I really do. The schoolboy in me wants to win as well, just to get to AC Milan or something like that, But look, it's a tough ask. But I think, I wouldn't write us off. I would not write us off at all. We've got goals in us, but we can leak goals. But look, let's go there. Let's just play our game, have no fear, and see how it goes. And I think we have got half a chance.
With a victory against Leverkusen, you would end up playing either Milan or Roma in the semi-final. Liverpool's semi-final path would take them to either Benfica or Marseille should they beat Atalanta. Jason's a Liverpool fan. Thank you very much, Michael, for your call, by the way. Jason, go for it.
Good afternoon, gents. Great show.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
Just like to say, right, firstly, I couldn't disagree more with the previous 2 callers on some of what they've said. I actually think West Ham will beat Leverkusen, both sides, and that's coming from a Liverpool supporter.
Okay.
I do think they could do the same with whether it's AC Milan or Roma, and I think we'll have an all-English final. I wish they'd put the final at Crook Park, not at the Aviva.
They can't do that, though, do they? I think for political reasons they don't do that.
Yeah, but it's just that it's got an 82,000 capacity, and that would have been amazing for all. And there are a lot of, the most probably are with West Ham, there's certainly a lot of Irish Liverpool supporters, so that would have been a fantastic festival. But I do think that these draws have had added a bonus to Liverpool in the Premier League race.
Why?
Because I think that Arsenal, I fancy them to beat Bayern Munich. Martin will be happy with that. In the same respect, I fancy City to beat Real Madrid. And I think the toll it's going to take on them in comparison to what we've got to do in the Europa
makes you favourite.
The slight advantage.
Does it? Or because you have to play Thursdays, does it mean you're going to constantly be playing catch-up?
No, because our games, a lot of them when we play on a Thursday, and bear in mind, we're talking a month away for the first legs. and then a week or so after that for the second leg. Our games will, when it's been on a Thursday, should be on a Sunday. So I know, Mr. Welfare, I can say there'll still be enough rest time, and what Liverpool have shown with the youngsters coming through is the depth. The only thing I fear for both City and Arsenal, if either of them were to lose one key player, and the two players I'm talking about are Rodri and Rice, they're not the same.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jason. Keep the calls coming, 03717 223344. Kevin, before we let you go, just want to sum up what you think about the headlines are in the Europa League and in the Champions League, and a little bit of a prediction. Tell me if Aston Villa, whatever happens today, should go on and win that competition.
Yeah, Villa should. I think the teams they'd want to avoid, probably Fenerbahce, who have got some real quality, especially in attack. Lots of ex-Premier League players, actually. Guys like Edin Dzeko, Dusan Tadic. Lille are dangerous as well. Fiorentina are a great cup team. West Ham obviously beat them in the final of the Conference League last season. In terms of the Champions League, I said when the last 16 was drawn, I thought Arsenal were dark horses to go on and win it. The reason I felt that was because they were one of the only teams that have proven they can compete with Manchester City. And I think that could be the key to the whole thing. So I think it'll be very tight against Bayern, but I think they can edge it. Okay, thank you very much for coming in today. I appreciate it. It's been nice to see you.
Cheers, Kevin Hatchard, European football expert. Usually we will hear him on the Premier League All Access podcast, which it's a very good podcast, isn't it, Crook? Very good.
I don't remember yesterday's, to be honest.
Do not? Why?
It is a great
Honestly,
podcast.
He's not joking. He was an absolute disgrace yesterday.
Dear.
By the way, I've just seen a picture of a certain Alan Brazil in the hospitality tent at Cheltenham today. He's made it, just a few hours late.
So he didn't turn up for his show, but he has turned up for the jolly.
Yeah.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.